It's the Kick-Ass Press Release. Oh yeah, welcome to another episode of Flash TV. My name's Adam Grace. Today we're going to talk about the Kick-Ass Press Release. Okay, so this is one of the crucial things that bands do and need to do. It still holds an important place in our sort of promotional system. But it's key that you understand the right way to do a press release and the wrong way to do a press release, because one of the ways is going to make you look like an idiot, and the other way is going to make you look all pro, all shiny and new. Okay? So we're going to look at that today in this episode of Flash TV. Getting ready to tour in a few months, and you need to send out some press releases. Now, what is the purpose of a press release? All right, so get this. When you go to jambands.com or you go to any music website, you're basically going to see articles that are written about bands touring all the time. Now, 99% of the time, that article that you're reading was actually written by the band or the representative of the band. It wasn't truly written by the writer of the story. Now, oftentimes the writer of the story puts their name on the article. Well, I say oftentimes, they always do that. But this is a well-known thing that happens in the music industry, is that when you write a press release, the purpose of it is for other writers to be able to take this and use it verbatim or add to it or take away from it, put their name on it, and publish it. That's just the way the world works. So, you're about 3 months is a good lead time when you want to start sending these out. But about 3 months before you tour, you want to make up a press release like this, and you want to send this out to newspapers, media outlets, and there's a lot of places that you can submit these to for free, and there's a lot of companies that will submit your press release to hundreds and hundreds of websites for you for a small charge. And I will link up that material down in the bonus material for you to be able to send that out to hundreds and hundreds of websites, and I'll put that information in the bonus material below. So here's your press release. Let's dig in just a little bit and look at what makes up a press release. Now, if we take a closer look at this, we can actually break this down so that you're really clear about how this works, okay? You have your date, from your publicity company. You're going to want to have your headline and maybe an alternate headline here. When you send this out to your media outlets and the contacts at the newspapers and the online sites that are going to cover your story or your tour, they may choose to use one headline over the other, or they may write their very own. But this is truly for the laziest of all people, that they get to just use your headline. And they do that most of the time. So you have your headlines, you have the meat of your story, which you want to make pretty exciting, and we'll actually cover that in another video of how to write a really exciting press release. And then you want to have this area down here which has some quotes from some press outlets that you already have gotten. If you don't have these, then you can always try to make some up. Or, because I get it, when you're just starting out, you don't have this stuff, but you need it. You know, I'm not saying that you want to lie too much, but it probably wouldn't hurt you at first to make up a couple of newspaper quotes or something that that you can use. And then down here you want to put your links to your .com, your website. You want to put we don't use MySpace anymore, so this would be Facebook, and then your Twitter, and then your YouTube channel if you have that. But notice that these are linkable, and they're in the right format. You just have to click on them. Everything is super easy for an editor or a writer to be able to just copy and paste this stuff right into an article and hit go. And you have your tour dates down here at the bottom, and of course you want to end with these little hashtags. So that's it. So you've got your press release now, and it looks great, and it's formatted correctly. And just, if you guys are interested, I'll put this down in the bonus material where you can download a copy of this, and then you can just just highlight and write your own press release. This page is already formatted properly, so you won't have to worry It's ready and raring to go. So that's it. So once you have this written, it's time to send this off to 1,000,000 people and try to get some publicity and some interviews for your upcoming tour. Okay, so here's an example of a press release that was sent out to the WashingtonExaminer.com about our band touring, and they decided to take the press release and write about it. And then lo and behold, they decided it was going to be a better story, so they decided to write a little bit more about it, and before you know it, it turned into a full-on article. But actually, a lot of this stuff that is written in was taken directly from the press release. So not the press release that I showed you, but another press release written at another time. But as you can see, this is great. This is exactly what you want to happen. You want to send your press releases out, and you're going to get some people who are going to say, hey, I'll take you up on that, and they'll print it in either their magazine or they'll print it on their online website. And this is an example of an actual magazine that I got printed in. But sometimes it will just be online. But it doesn't matter as long as the article has this part right here, which is what we're looking for, which is the information about where you're playing, when it happens, how much the tickets are, and where they can get them. That's the whole point of this whole thing, is to try to drive traffic to your shows and try to drive awareness up about your band. So this is a great example of a press release when it did its actual job. Alright, let's take a look at a different press release that we used at a different time. This is an actual press release that went out from our publicist and was very effective. And the difference here is that you can see that we have a picture that was included and a logo that was included. So if you're going to do this kind of press release with pictures and logos, this is the format that you want to put them in. Alright, this is the format that will speak to the people looking, the writers that are looking at it, and will say, oh, these guys know what they're doing. This is professional looking. You're speaking the writer's language when you put it in this format. So again, down in the bonus content, I will link this up so that you can have a copy to play with and to work with and write your own press release that will be formatted in the right way already, and so you'll know what you're doing. But let's just take a look at what's different in this one. This one has 3 headlines, so this one, and this one. And the company may choose, the newspaper may choose to do this headline. They may choose to do this one. You never know what they're going to do. They may write their own. They may use this picture. They may not. And the important thing is that the story is, again, really well written. It has quotes in it, this time built into the story. It's a little bit of a different way to do it. And of course the tour dates down here. But the thing that's different about this press release that I wanted you to note is that partly this press release is about an album release. Okay, so it's when we were releasing our second album, Pick Me Up, and we had our song that was debuting on CMT. We wanted to send out a really great press release about the album being dropped. So that's what this story is about, and that's why this press release looks just a little bit different from the last. But it doesn't look that much different. You still have the tour dates at the end. At the end here you have track listing for the upcoming album, and again you have the Twitter, Facebook, and all of that stuff, which has been moved to the end of the article. And there's the little hashies again. Don't forget about those. So this would be a press release for releasing an album or a single or something like that in order to get some coverage in the news media. Hopefully more than that, but at least hopefully some local papers, stuff like that. Well, I hope your ass got thoroughly kicked with that information. Hopefully you will now go out and rule the world with the kick-ass press release. If you're not a member of our Facebook page, make sure you join up. We got good stuff going on over there. And most importantly, get on my mailing list. If you're not on that, get on there, because we have awesome stuff coming through the email. All right, thanks for watching. I'm Adam Grace, another episode of Flash TV. I'll see you next time.